Hi, everybody. And I nearly forgot to put my hat on, which would have been an absolute disaster. You don't want shining lights blaring off my head all over the place. Yes, so good evening. Welcome along to another Wednesday night here in the global Zoomiverse of the Open Mic Magic Show. We've got a lovely show lined up for you tonight, some great acts. So let's get right into. Oh, hello to everyone on Facebook. Hello to everyone in the gallery. I forgot to say hello to you, otherwise you feel left out, don't you? So over to our very first act. Robina, who's been with us for a long time now, has been upgrading her act constantly. So we have a new act tonight, which is absolutely fantastic. Over to you, Robin.
Move it.
Thank you, Robin. That was absolutely lovely, and
Always very,
loved
very welcome.
loved the production at the end. That was glorious, absolutely gorgeous. Right, staying that side of the pond in the USA, over to a very good friend of ours who's been performing with us off and on for the last couple of years, a terrific magician, Mr. Bruce Yoskin. Come in, Bruce.
Hi, everybody. Hi, Kevin. Thank you very much for the introduction. I'm going to need the help of somebody for this, somebody that I would like to have a good imagination. I don't see any of the regulars out there tonight, so perhaps we can have somebody new. Just you're not going to be real busy.
Yeah, Seiko has put his hand up.
Yeah.
Terrific. Seiko, how are you?
Hey, I'm very well. And yourself, Bruce?
Fine, thank you. It's been a long time. You're where?
I'm in Spain,
Oh, okay.
the land of siestas and fiestas.
Terrific, terrific. A couple of questions before we get started, Seiko, because, well, it'll speak for itself in just a moment. First thing I'd like you to do is to think of and call out the name of a suit. Now, not a tweed or a pinstripe, something like that, but a suit that pertains to cards, clubs, hearts, spades, diamonds, right away.
I've got one. Can I tell it to you?
Yeah, call it out.
Diamonds.
Terrific. I like to do it without showing anything first, because generally I find that when somebody calls out the first suit, it kind of speaks to his character and his personality. So diamonds tells me, Seiko, that you're a man who appreciates the fine things, that I kind of picture you riding around in the back of a limousine, perhaps sipping some of the finer champagne and looking at that diamond watch that you're wearing. Am I close?
That's where I'm heading, yeah.
Okay. All right. Next, let's do this. Call out, if you would, a number for me, any number between 1 and 13. And the reason I chose those numbers should be kind of obvious, because 1 would be an ace and 13 would be a king, 12 would be a queen, 11 would be a jack. So any of the numbers between 1 and 13, call one out.
The 8.
8?
Yeah.
As between 7 and 9.
That's correct, yeah.
Okay, great. So let's get started. Obviously, we're going to deal with some cards here, and let me move the camera down. And Seiko, the reason I need you to have a good imagination is because, first of all, I need you to imagine that this is a regular deck of cards. All right, and the need for imagining that is, as you'll see in a second, you need to imagine that you can see all of, or the variety of the faces on this side of the card, correct?
Yeah, I can see them.
And then I need you to be able to see in your imagination the red bicycle backs on this side of the deck.
Yeah, okay, I can do that.
All right, and you also need to be able, imagine for a moment that you can touch these cards. So I'll just put some down here. If you were here, Seiko, I would hand you some cards and I would say, here, play around with these a little bit, shuffle them up, mix them up, do whatever you like. And then you'd see those and I would show you the rest of these as well. All right, so if I put these all back together, I'm going to do one last thing. Seiko, pardon me. I forget your number already. Oh, 7 or 8?
Is the 8.
8, because I thought it sounded like an ace. Okay, so I'm going to take out 4 8s, all 4 8s. Okay, there's 1, 2. Here's the 3rd and the 4th. Look at this. This is strange. These 2 cards are upside down in the deck. All right, so
Classic. I love it.
Let me put these over here. And we're dealing now with the 4 8s. Seiko, I'd like you to study the cards, look at them for a second, and then let's call this one 1. So we'll go 1, 2, 3, 4. Point to 2 of them for me.
I'll take the center 2 and 3.
The center 2, these 2. So these are the ones, this is the 8 of clubs, as you can see, and the 8 of hearts right there. Okay, and what are we left with? We're left with 2 now. If you'd point to, wait, which do you prefer, the heart or the diamond? You
The
prefer
diamond.
the diamond, obviously, because that's what you said. So
Yeah.
we'll get rid of the heart. And that leaves us with the diamond. And Seiko, you've done a wonderful job, and I thank you very much. You look a little, okay. That one.
Okay, I love it. Oh my God, it's brilliant. I love it. Beautiful, beautiful. That is amazing. Well done. Yes. I love that kind of magic. That is just beautiful.
Thank you very much.
Yeah.
Kevin, back to you.
Excellent. Thank you, Bruce. Love that. Absolutely love that. Right. Okay. So, hey, we're staying in the US for a lot tonight. So, over to our very good friend, Mr. Alan Fisher.
Thank you so very much. Thank you. Thank you. It is wonderful to be back on the show again. I've got 2 things I want to work on this evening. And I say that because the second one is a bit of an experiment in solid through solid. So we'll see how that goes in a minute. But we'll start with a little education, a teaching opportunity, as it used to be called. This is the latest thing going around. Everybody's familiar with the 3-card Monty hustle that is done. This is the latest variation. I want to kind of warn you about what they're doing these days with this latest version of this hustle. It's done on the streets. You bet money. You think you're going to win, but you won't. Now, it uses 3 cards. In this case, it's 2 jokers. It's the queen. That's the money card. Money card. But of course, they lose it in the setup. They talk to you as they shuffle cards around. They talk to you as they shuffle cards around. With them face up, it doesn't mean much of anything, because it's the backs that are important, because they're all the same except for this one. See, in the latest version, they try to trick you. You may have noticed that earlier. The money card has a red back. See, that way you think you can win no matter what, because even if they're face down, you can still follow the money card. See, it really doesn't matter what happens. You know you're going to win. So they do this setup, and they coax you in. You throw the money on the table, and they tell you all you've got to do is point to the money card. Point to the one that has the red back. Oh, I'm thinking, okay, that's really easy. It's over here. The guy goes, wait. I want to really give you a chance to win. Tell you what I'm going to do. I'm going to turn over one of the cards. Now you got a 50-50 chance. Son, I'm giving you every opportunity in the world. All you got to do to win the money is tell me which of those cards is red. I said, well, it's right there. The red queen is the red back. He looked at me and said, boy, I've done everything I could to help you out. Because, see, that money card is always in the dead center. The dead center is always the money card. But I do want you to be happy. I don't want you to go away mad. Tell you what, double or nothing, I ask you the easiest question in the world. What's the money card? I said, well, okay, at least I'm going to break even on the deal. That was the Queen of Hearts. The red back card was the Queen of Hearts. That's the money card. He said, son, are you joking me? No, it's the Queen of Hearts. Boy, you are never going to learn. The money card is a joker. I said, no. The blue cards were jokers. He said, boy, you better quit while you're behind. Please don't get caught. Please don't get caught. Learn from me. All right, I promised you we're going to do a little bit of an experiment, a solid through solid. Let me get a few things over here. This was actually, now this is the truth, and I'm freezing up here. Oh, there we go. I'm back. Hello, how are you? I was a little pizza for lunch. I apologize. Penn State University, that's Pennsylvania State University here in the United States, in Pennsylvania, there was a professor, Moses Chen, I believe was his name. He and his colleagues, they made these crystals, actually grew crystals that could slide through each other, pass like ghosts. So I want to try to recreate it here. I've got a couple of cards, a couple of coins, and a nice big glass that we'll use for our controlled space. But it takes a lot of energy, and the brilliant white light that happens, it would wipe out my camera, it would blind everyone. So I'm gonna try to make this easy on everyone. I'll make the coins invisible. Then you won't be blinded by them passing through the glass to the inside. All right, I'm being as kind as I can here. I really am. All right, I've got everything set up. Let me switch the camera again. Here we go. Now, we start by taking the glass, turning it upside down on the table. 2 cards. Now, I've picked aces for this. And the 2 coins. Now, these are 50-cent pieces or half dollars, what we call here in the States a Kennedy half. That's because each has an engraving of President John F. Kennedy on it. So, solid coins will pass through solid glass. Whee! It's that simple. Okay, take the cards, cover up the coins. Now, since they're going to be invisible, you're not going to be able to rely on your vision. You're going to have to rely on your hearing. All right. First thing I have to do is make them invisible. Analnathrak uthos betuth dothiel vienche. Good. Now I have to open up a portal within the psychic energy around the cards so that I can reach through and pull out an invisible coin. I have my coin. See? Now I'm going to toss it into the middle of the glass. Ready? Here we go. Perfect. Right there in the dead center. Okay, let me do it with the other one. Here we go. Now this is the same thing. A solid coin. And we go through. I'm sorry, I missed. I'm terrible with my left hand. And ta-da! Perfect. Now both coins are inside the glass. Well, they're not under the cards. They're inside the glass. Oh, well, they're invisible. You can't see them. All right. Tell you what. Let me just make this easier on everybody. Let me just make the coins visible so that you can see that solid did pass through solid. And that's how you can trust your senses when you trust in me. Thank you so much, everyone.
And back live. Thank you, Alan. That was really good. Moving on back over the Atlantic, down here to me, up north, turn left, the Isle of Man, and the wonderful Michael Kelly. Hi there, Michael.
Hey, Kevin. I wonder, can I have a volunteer, please, Stuart? Preferably somebody who likes monster movies.
Oh, Jojo's waving her hand frantically there.
Okay.
I have Mark with me. I have the newbie with me.
All good, all good. Hello, Jojo and Mark.
How are you?
Well, I've got my green tablecloth because everyone knows that green is a colour for monsters. And I'm wearing a Sideshow t-shirt. There's a reason for that too, but I'll talk about that later. And I'm going to show you pictures of 8 movie monsters. We've got the Wicked Witch of the West, Freddy Krueger, Nightmare on Elm Street, Casper the Friendly Ghost, probably the least monstrous, but there you go. Nosferatu the Vampire, the Frankenstein Monster, It, Annabelle the Haunted Doll, and E.T.
E.T. might be the least small.
Now, before we go any further, I'll just introduce you to this box as well. Because in here, we've got a box of the old lexicon cards, all with different letters on them. You know, they were used in word games and so on. And I'm going to give these a good shuffle. If you just call out when you're happy that they're mixed enough, I'd let you do it if you could reach.
That's good.
Oops, that's good. Okay. We'll leave them out of the box and pop them in there and pop the lid back on. This is what was called a Hades box. Reason being, it was used to communicate with the underworld. And this particular one used to belong to a medium called Veronique Fournier. And that's a photograph of her on the envelope here. So we'll pop her by a box and maybe she can just throw in a little word or two to help us on our way. But first I'm going to mix these up as well.
Okay.
Right, I'll lay them down in a line. Let's make sure you can see those. Okay, so there they all are. And what I'm going to do, I'll stand on this side. I'm just to move my hand up and down the line like this. And when you're happy with, and when you feel the time is right, just shout out stop. So I'll just keep moving it backwards and forwards slowly. And you say stop. Just here?
Yep. Third
okay.
one.
Well, we're over about 3 here, so let's take the others away. Whoops. So we've got 3 left. Give those a little mix round too. Now, obviously, 3's too many. We want to get them down to 1. So we've got 2 to get rid of. Oh, bring them up so you can see them. Tell me which. If I was to ask you to choose now, which would it be? Which one do you feel most attracted to?
One in the middle.
The one in the middle?
Yes.
Okay. Well, we'll get rid of the other 2 then. So we got one here. Before we have a look at it, let's see what we've got in the box. Has Veronique been of any help to us? Well, let me start turning these cards over. We've got an F, an R, an A, an N, a K, an E, and then an L, an I. It starts getting a bit jumbled then, but I think that's a pretty good indication. Would that allow you to hazard a guess, maybe?
Is it Frankenstein?
Well, let's see who we have here. It's the Frankenstein monster. Well done.
That's
Well,
good.
and you know, it's really appropriate. Alan, at Tommy's show last night, Alan asked me to do something about Frankenstein, and I didn't, so I thought I would tonight as well. Instead, he's not here to see it. He'll have to watch the recording. Too bad for him. Because yesterday was the birthday of Mary Shelley, who wrote Frankenstein. So you chose correctly. We got our message from the Hades box, and I'm wearing this sideshow t-shirt because Kevin and Stuart and myself were at a convention earlier this year where we saw a wonderful thing which had been restored to working order. And it was from one of the old sideshows, a life-size animatronic of the Frankenstein monster. And I'm sure that back in the 1970s, I wasn't the only one who collected these.
I think I had one.
Yeah, they were in a lot of households. Thanks very much, Jojo.
Thank you.
I think we've got enough evidence here to say that, yeah, Frankenstein was right. You nailed it.
All
Thank
right.
you. And back
That's
to
good.
you, Kevin.
Terrific, terrific. Thank you, Michael. Right, from one Michael this side of the Atlantic to another Mike the other side of the Atlantic. We're going over to Mike Stanley and his daughter Michelle.
Oh, let me unmute. Okay, we're all set. Good. Now this is Michelle. This is my daughter Michelle that is going to do some of the magic with me today. Now, are there any muggles in the audience? I think, is Jojo a muggle?
Jojo is.
Okay, were there any other muggles?
Let's just have a look at the moment.
I have Mark. He's a muggle next to me.
Oh, good. Well, they don't have
You
to
want
be on
him?
screen. They don't have to be on screen, but what we're going to do is we're going to do some rope magic, and this is impossible. So we never pick on young people. We only pick on adults because it's impossible. You won't be able to do it until we, help you do it. But it's hard to do that because we're over here and you're there. So what we're going to do is if you have a string or a rope or even a shoelace that you can use to do this while we do it, fine. If not, just sit back and enjoy it and watch. So I'm going to
watch.
What's that?
I don't feel like taking my sock off for this.
Okay, fine. You don't have to do that. Just watch that. Now the magicians, if you know this, you can do it yourself, or if you're not, you just sit back and enjoy it. I'm going to move the screen back further so you get a better picture of Michelle. Okay, can you see her okay?
Yes.
You don't have to see me, but I'll put it a little bit higher just in case. There we go. All right.
And
Here's what we're going to do. And I've also invited my wife to come in. So Michelle, would you come over too? Just so that they can see it. Okay. This is Michelle's mother and my wife, Teresa. And what we're going to do is this. We're going to take a rope and you're going to put 2 fingers on each end of the rope. If there's any muggles, or you can just observe it. About an inch, inch and a half above. Now, here's the parameters. You're never going to take your hands off the rope at any time. You're not going to switch the ends of the ropes at any time. In fact, your hands don't only become too close together. And yet what we're going to attempt to do, and I'll have Michelle do it in just a second, we're going to go right over left, around the front through the circle, back through the V, roll it off your wrist and tie it in. Did you get that?
Yes.
Here she goes. She's
The
gonna do
answer
it.
is yes.
Not at all.
Okay. You want me to do it first? Or you're going to do it. You're going to do it for them. Well, you can't see them, but they can see it here. What Teresa's going to try it. Okay, I'll do it. I'll show them. You're going to go right, all the way around right. You're going to go through the middle of the circle. Hands are open and not together. You're gonna come back through the V, just like that. And then you're gonna roll it off your wrist just like this, and lo and behold, there's a knot. Whoop, Teresa, you didn't get it, bummer. But that's okay. With the audience's help, you'll get to tie the knot in just a second. But watch Michelle. I'm gonna sit back and watch her. Okay, Michelle, I wanna see you. They can't
You see, do it on the screen.
do it on the screen so they can see,
Just because.
because they want. You want me to do it at the same time? Okay, all right, there we go. Watch Michelle there. Back through. Okay, and roll it off your wrist. Do you want me to do it at the same time? All right, I'll do it. I'll do it as well. There we go. Back through. And ready? We'll do it together. 1, 2. Are you gonna do it? You're gonna do it. There we go. And there's a knot for Michelle. There's my knot. Okay. Do it one more time to show them. Michelle. And then we'll do the hard part. Right. I do it one more time, and then we'll do your ropes at the end. Do the impossible knot. Sure, you want to do it for them? I know you did it, but they want to see it one more time.
Please?
You did it so fast that they couldn't even see it. So do it again, one more time. I'll put the, here,
Here we go.
I'll lower this so they can see the rope. All right, go ahead. You do it, Michelle. I'll do it with you. Okay, ready? All right, you want to do it. There. You do it yourself. And there's the knot. Great big round of applause for Michelle there. I want you to do this. I'll do it just like that. And I'm going to show Michelle. So you saw the knot. Now, Teresa, would you just, can everybody see the pretzel knot there?
Yes. Yes.
Michelle, just open up the top of the pretzel knot. Can everybody see the pretzel knot? Now I'm going to put my hand through this side. Now let go of that rope, put it on my fingers. Put your fingers on top of my fingers. My hands never came close together. Can you all see that? There we go. I'll let go. Now can everybody see? You all saw the pretzel knot. Teresa held the pretzel knot. But the question is, was it really a knot? Was it just an illusion, or was it magic, or what? Watch. 1, 2, 3. Was there ever a knot there at all? It just disappeared, just like that. Now, Teresa, and any other muggles, if you've got a rope out there, Teresa, take your rope again. I'll do the hard part first. Teresa, stand up here again. We'll do this. Now, Teresa, do you want it fast or slow?
I want it fast.
She wants it fast. Here we go. You ready? There we go. Michelle's going to take, or Teresa will take the end of the ropes. Everybody say, I believe Teresa can do it.
I can do it.
And she did. She tied the knot. Now I'm going to sit back, and Teresa will sit back, and we're going to let Michelle show you some tricks with ropes that sometimes even magicians can't do. So sit back, audience, muggles and magicians, and watch Michelle. All right, you go ahead. You do that. Oh, you want the other rope? Which one? Oh, it's in the other bag. What did you do? Here, just use this one here, because I don't know. Oh, here. You put it here. You want the other one? All right, she wants her favorite rope. It's almost the same, it's just a little different color.
Yeah.
Watch Michelle. 2 ends of the rope. Take your time. Blow on the ends for her, and there's one knot.
Okay.
Good. I know you're tired, but you're fine. Jen, blow on the ends for her, and there's 2 knots.
Yeah.
Stop showing off, Michelle. Stop showing off. All right. Okay. Are you going to do one more for him?
Oh, yeah.
Because all your friends are out there in internet, Zoom land, okay?
I know.
They're from all over the world. All right.
Right.
Okay, you do whatever you want.
Yeah, I do that.
Good. Okay. Blow on the ends for it. There we go. Shake it up. They can't see it. Hold it up so they can see it all, Michelle. Hold it up so they can see. There we go. I'll hold the pen so they can see. And let's give Michelle a great big round of applause.
Awesome. Love it. Yay.
There we go.
Excellent,
And also
Michelle.
little hand for Teresa, so it took a little bit of joling to have her come in. Just stick your head in, Teresa, so you can say hello to everybody. There we go. Take care. And that's it for Michelle and I.
Wow.
Gospel math plus. Okay.
I'm tied in knots. That was incredible. Thank you very much.
Usually she does 5, but she was tired.
Thanks, Mike and Michelle. Right. Hopefully, we're going to go over to Los Angeles and my good friend Charles. Let's hope he's got his. Oh, yeah, hang on. Okay. Yeah. Oh, are we? There he is. Yes. Over to our manic friend, Charles Schneider. Hi there, Charles.
So I want to look wherever you are right now. Can you hear me, everybody?
Yep. Yep. We got it. Yep.
Wherever we are around the world right now, let's bow to the goddess Maja of magic. A round of applause for everybody who's been here today, performing or not. What wonderful performers! You the last guys, you guys that wrote magic.
Yeah.
Macabre, mad Mike sitting on his island of madness. I can't wait to drink poison tea with you one day and all my other friends. Forgive me right now. I just come back from Denver, Colorado. I was visiting my brother. First time I've left anywhere in about 19 years. Well, and I'm very, before I get on with a little romantic bit of coin magic, you got to forgive me. I'm very hungry. I'm in my car. And my telephone might even overheat. There's nothing more disgusting to me than watching somebody else eat food. Unless it's somebody you're deeply in love with. If you really love somebody, you can watch them eat like a hog or snore. And it's like a lullaby to you, like, oh, that is my beloved going. But if it's anybody else, I pretty much want to split their head open with the nearest axe. But I don't mind my own eating. Excuse me, folks. You know, it's really weird. Although, you know what? I like it on film. In movies, like John Goodman, or there's certain actors, Steve Buscemi, where even though the other actor is doing the work, there's a guy in the corner like De Niro, and they steal the scene by. Yeah, no, I'm talking about the weird. This is disgusting. I'm so embarrassed. And I think I got a big piece of broccoli in my front. Ugh! Anyways, the lady at the yogurt shop, they know that I'm a magician, and this is so weird. Look what they put in with my bagels and my eggs today. They stuck in a bunch of playing cards. And I thought, why would they do that unless I could eat them, you know, with my food? That is, that's pretty delicious. Then I have a little bit of egg. Okay, which one should I eat next? Somebody tell me.
Go for the jack. Let's have the jack.
Another jack.
Yeah.
I'm getting sick of jacks. They kind of taste like bacon. Oh, I gotta make room. My larynx is when you're swallowing playing cards, you know. Okay, let's finish this up with an ace, some egg, and a little bit of that bagel. This is a kosher magic trick. What? No, what? Cheers. Okay, enough of that. That was ridiculous. I need, at this point, I need some mental floss.
Why are you
Seriously.
eating a bagel at 1 o'clock?
Hmm?
Should be having an In-N-Out burger.
Dude, I live in Wonderland. I'm eating the In-N-Out burger at 3 a.m. and eating bagels 24/7, drinking coffee. In fact, have you ever noticed that In-N-Out burger bumper sticker? You know what I'm talking about? And yet you cut out the B and the R on burger. Say no more. Ladies and gentlemen, forget that the last 5 minutes happened. Hey, forget the last 5 minutes. Try to put that disgusting image of me out of your head. But it was delicious. Kevin, can I do a coin trick? Do I have time?
Of course you can, Charles.
Oh, I'm in my car sweating. I'm about to plotz, but there's nothing like that. Exactly. Who noticed that? I missed that. Who noticed? That was just for you. Who commented on the Carol Fox book?
That was Burnett.
Burnett from Canada.
Amazing book. This is one of the later ones that Kaufman published. I have all 3 of his books right next to my bed. You can open those books to any page and find something amazing, forgotten, and new. The guy's a genius. Just the bizarre, just the wild photographs of him posing with goyles, and it's highly recommended. Genius. Now we're going to get a little more serious, and I like this idea that we can go from grotesque improvisational food magic to something kind of exciting. This is something I've been working on for magician friends and friends who are not magicians. It just shows that we could take something that we all know and maybe bring a bit more, there you are, and maybe bring a bit more heart to our magic. So if I was to give us any little lesson today, how can we help bring joy and de-stress our friends after the last bunch of years by taking our magic and making them really open up their hearts? And one reason that I went out of town was that I hoped I could find a way for my heart to find love. And I feel that there is romance in the air everywhere. I feel love for my friends in England and everywhere. I'm such an Anglophile. So much so that I can't help but think of this beautiful coin, though a walking liberty. I like to think of this as a gentleman in America wearing a silver suit. And of course, this beautiful English penny. I love to think of her as his lady fair. He met her when he went on a trip to England. There he was at a bookstore, I think it was Blackwell's in Oxford. They started talking, and before you knew it, they were in love. And they spent a great deal of time together. They went to some pubs. They went to Cheshire. They went on a little motoring trip. But eventually he said to her, "My love," in his harsh kind of Brooklyn accent, "though it breaks my heart, and forsooth I am in love with thee. I gotta go." There's nothing more hilarious than American gangsters trying to go Shakespearean. It's like Guys and Dolls. "Forsooth, my love, I must go back on the boat, but I will be in touch with you. Yeah, because I love you so." So you know what he did? Boom. He went away, and that hat by the Carol Fox book, this represents the past. Oops, sorry about never apologize, never regret. The passage to America. But guess what? Their love was so true. Boom! He wasn't even gone a moment before he was back in the heart of his beloved Lady Fair. And she said, I know you've got work to do. I don't want to steal you away from your responsibility. I know we'll be together forever one day. Though it breaks my heart, I'm going to take leave this time. Whoop! And there she went away, and he was so sad. What? Woo, 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 woo. True love could not separate them. Possibly, when she got to the gate or the boat, it's like, I can't do it. I've got to go back to you. I've got to. He said, look, I got to get back to New York. I'm going to try again. Whoop. Oh, there he goes. There he goes. Into the black hole. And finally they were crying because they were still together, still spooning and embracing and drinking Shirley Temples. That was it. That was it. One of them had to go. It was her turn to forever take her leave. And he said to her, our love is inseparable. Like phantom spirits who shall never die. For if you go, I too shall take your leave. No, I shall take their leave. And no more shall they see us. Together, infinitely, we will be reunited. And with that, and with a whisper, he joined her forever.
Thank you, Charles. Mad as a box of
Also
frogs.
known as the hopping hat.
Fabulous. Thank you, Charles. Love the hat. And also, thank you for wearing our good friend Alan Fisher's wallpaper as your T-shirt. Which, your shirt. Yeah, fantastic. Right, from the wilds of California over the continental USA to New York, New York, and our very good friend Tommy Burnett. Come in, Tommy. Follow that, mate.
I have to follow that. Oh my God, that was so funny, Charles, and a lovely story for Hopping Half. My Hopping Half story is horrible, but since you live in California and I live over here, I may have to borrow your story on occasion because that is a beautiful, beautiful story. Anyway, I received a gift. My mother found something that belonged to her mother and wanted me to have it. I didn't know why until I opened it up. But I'd like to show it to you. It's part of my wire here. My headphones don't reach, so I have to lean in a little bit. But my mother gave me this really nice box. It's pretty old. I don't even know how old it is, but it's I had to pry. Oh, I had to pry the lock open because it was so rusted. But I finally got it to open up, and I dusted everything off, but a lot of this literally was covered in dust when I opened it up. So I don't think my mom was able to open it, otherwise she would have dusted it before I got it. But it contains a really old deck of cards. Yeah, so old that modern card players will not be able to probably use these. But I thought it was really cool because a lot of people don't know what the early playing cards actually looked like. I keep freezing up, at least on my end. But these are what playing cards from the 1800s used to look like. It was on cardstock, which is pretty thick, and it's not like a linen finish like a regular deck of cards. And the number cards never had the numbers on them. They only had the suits. So, but look at the artwork. This is I love the artwork on these. But anyway, let me freezing again. Let's see if I can give these a bit of a shuffle here. Freezing again. Yeah, it's hard to do a good riff of shuffle with these, but they are being shuffled. Let's see. I don't need to have their face, but if I could get somebody's voice to help me out here, I'm gonna cut the guy.
Lee has put his hand in the air. So Lee, can you unmute?
Yeah.
Yep, here we go.
Hi Lee, how are you, my friend?
I'm good, thank you.
Good. So I'm gonna cut these cards in half, and I want you to tell me if you want me to cut them high, like about like that, or if you want to cut them about halfway, like that, or if you want me to cut them low, taking most of them away. So high,
About
middle, what's that?
halfway. About halfway.
About halfway. So it's not quite. Would you say that's
Close
about
enough.
half? Yeah.
Close
Okay.
enough.
Okay.
Yep.
Fair enough. And we'll leave where you cut them to one side. And also in the box is a little bag and a little notebook. And it's actually what I believe was supposed to be a pendulum. It could be a necklace, but I'm going to be using it as a pendulum for this effect. Inside the bag are some stones, and I believe they are supposed to be representing the 7 chakras, because there's 7 stones here, and they look like the colors that represent the 7 chakras. There's red, purple, blue, green. Then there's a tiger eye. Then there's pink, and I'm sorry, white goes over there. I'm sorry. So white, red, purple, blue, green, brown, and pink. Okay. Sorry if I keep freezing. I don't know. Actually, I don't know why. It might be because I'm on Wi-Fi instead of Ethernet. But anyway, hopefully I'm not freezing too much on your.
No, you're not.
Okay, good. It might only be on my end. All right, so there are 7 in total. Is there any one of these stones that calls out to you right now? The white one,
Yes.
the red one? Yes, which one?
The green one.
The green one. Excellent. So, I won't do anything tricky. I'll leave the green one right there, and that was a free choice, yeah?
Yes.
And I didn't ask you ahead of time to pick the green one.
No.
And would you like to change your mind?
No.
Okay, fair enough. So I'll put these back in the bag. Trying not to drop them. I dropped them all over the floor when I was rehearsing. All right, so we have a green one, and let's take a look at the card that you ended up at. Okay, so 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, and 8 of
Yep.
diamonds. Yep.
Yep.
Now I forgot to tell you, I should have told you beforehand, I wrote something down in the notebook. And what I wrote down was, let me hold this up, the green quartz stone will be left with the 8 of diamonds, and there's nothing else written on any of the page
Wow.
except for that. So figure that one out, guys.
That's amazing. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you.
Thank you. Back to Kevin.
Thank you, Tommy.
So figure that one out, guys.
Yeah.
Just leave that hanging in the air, Tommy. Just figure it out. Look cool. Right, so it's as always down to me to close the show with something, but which I will do. But there's been so much good stuff tonight that I'm a little bit of a loose end. But we'll give it a try. Joe, would you like to join me for the final little bit of the evening? So,
Hey, because I have
come
mine
on
here
in.
too. If you want both of us. Or...
Yeah, both of you. So get a little bit closer so I can see you both. Let me just move the gallery view out of the way so I can see both of you. There we go. Look at that.
Nice and evil.
I'm going to do something with some cards.
Okay.
In a minute, you're going to make an awful lot of choices. Yeah.
And that's different from any day in DC. How?
And I'm just going to give these as I've just been doing, just a little mix up. And then we're just going to get rid of the jokers, which possibly are in here somewhere. Oh, yeah, there's another one. Okay. So to keep this nice and fair, I'm going to go to an overhead view of the cards. So I can't do anything sneaky because you're right here in my hands. Joanne, we're going to start by dealing out the entire pack into 4 hands.
Okay.
So, but you're going to have the choice. Each time I've dealt 4, you can choose how I deal the next 4. So, for example, if I go 1, 2, 3, 4, I could keep going 1, 2, 3, 4, or you could say 2, 3, 4, 1, or 1, 4, whatever. Okay, and I just have to follow whatever you say.
Keep doing what you did.
Yeah, but you need to keep changing it because I want this random as possible. So both of you can change. Both of you can take it in turns. in saying. So if I go 1, 2, 3, 4, you yell out 2, 3, 4. Next one.
Reverse.
Reverse. 4, 3, 2, 1. 4, 3, 2, 1. 4, 3, 2, 1. Yeah.
All right, now, actually, I have to see which way. How about 1, 3, 4, 2?
1, 3, 4, 2. 1, 3, 4, 2. 1, 3, 4, 2. 1, 3.
Okay, stop.
Yeah.
Second. All right. Let me think. 1,
1,
4,
4,
then 2, 3.
2, 3. 1, 4, 2, 3.
3. Yes.
1, 4, 2. That's the lot. Okay.
Hey, we did it.
So you've now, I gave them a little bit of a mix to start with, but you've now totally randomized them.
Yes.
Now we're going to do even more mixing. We're going to just keep mixing an awful lot here, which this is all about probability, and we'll see what happens with the probability of this. I want you to choose 2 piles to shuffle together. Okay, so 1, 2, 3, 4. Which 2 should we shuffle together? 1, 2, 3, 4.
1
and
3.
Yeah.
1 and
that's
3.
what
Okay.
Yeah, that's what I was going to pick. Okay, 1 and 3.
So we're going to shuffle 1 and 3. And we will make this nice and fair so you can see these are being properly shuffled. Yeah.
Yes.
1 and 3. And then so we're left with 2 and 4. I need to make sure that's a really fair shuffle. Little piles are more difficult than a whole pack.
I can't shuffle at all, so.
So there we go. And again, properly shuffled.
Yes.
And now we're going to shuffle the whole lot together.
Okay.
And again. Yeah. Properly shuffled together.
Yes.
Joanne,
Yes, sir.
I'm not going to deal these into 2 piles, and you're going to choose which pile each card goes into. So left and right, but try and make it an even spread. Yeah?
Right.
So you can go left, right, left, right, left, 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 right, 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 left, right, left, whatever. Okay, so go. Let's start.
Okay. Yes. Left, right, 2 right, 2 left.
3 right.
You said 3 right, he said.
3 left.
3 left, he said.
Yeah, back and forth each time.
Yeah.
3 times, just 1, 2, 1, 2.
Okay.
1, 2, 3. Yep.
Okay.
Yes. And
I have no idea. You pick.
2 left,
2 left,
2 right.
2 right.
How many cards we have left?
Yeah, keep going, keep going, keep
Okay,
going.
okay.
The whole pack.
No, I'm just
Big
trying
as,
to.
big as you can.
Let's go back and forth 3
Back and
times.
forth again 3 times. He said
3. Yeah.
2 right, 2 left.
2 left.
2 left, 2 more left. And he said,
2 right.
and then 2 right. That should be.
You can take more than 2 if you want. You can do 5 or 4 or whatever.
Okay. Yeah, I'm just trying to see how many cards I had left.
Let's go one back and forth.
Back and forth now.
Till it's over.
Back and forth till it's over, because I can't count anymore. Counting is hard for me today.
Right.
There we go.
Awesome.
We will agree that we've added a fair amount of randomness here.
Yes.
Final bit of randomness. We will finally shuffle your 2 left and rights together.
Okay.
Well, trying to get these to shuffle nice and evenly. Like that.
Okay.
Now, final leg of this marathon. I'm going to deal out 3 piles. And the final pile.
Okay.
Joanne,
Yes, sir.
did you notice how many cards I dealt in the middle pile?
More than the other.
It was, I was counting.
I want to say 20. Was it 20 in the middle?
I think it was
20 in the middle. Absolutely.
Yes.
So, now, if this works, we're on to a little minor miracle here. What do you think the odds are that there are, if there are 20 cards, 10 of those are red and 10 are black? Well, let's have a look. Let's just see what we've managed to do. So, red,
I'm not, I don't do
Red.
math.
red, red, black, red, red,
Six,
red, red, black, red,
9,
black, black, red,
10.
black, 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 black.
Okay, that's just.
Yes.
1, 2,
Excellent.
3, 4, 5, 6,
It's
7,
10.
8, 9, 10.
Yes, I counted.
That is
1,
crazy.
2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. Now,
Yes.
what are also the odds that you've managed to sort out all the blacks on that side and all the rest of the reds
I
Okay,
on
impossible.
that side?
awesome. Amazing. I don't math
That is
though.
crazy.
That's amazing.
Oh, lovely. Thank you, Joe. Thank you, both of you.
Thank you. Thank you. You're amazing.
That is crazy.
And that's it. That's it for tonight. Good night to everybody on Facebook. Good night to all our wonderful people in the gallery. Of course, if you're a magician in the gallery, stay with us, please, so we can have a little natter in the chat afterwards. But off. Bye-bye. Bye-bye, Facebook. Bye-bye. And the recording stops now.